to the fence, and that's gone.
There it is. Ace to win the set. It's caught. 20, 10, touchdown.
This is going to be in the gap.
Score! Yes! Score! Go to deflection. The Andover Huskies win their first state championship. It is an MEA Thursday afternoon regular season finale. Champlin Park, Lakeville South today, and a cloudy day. Great for football. Steve Thompson, Joe Rulin, our great QCTV crew, and you see the Rebels getting ready to come on the field for the final regular season game. It sure goes quick, Joe.
It does on this matinee football display. The Rebels coming onto the field. They had a tough loss last week, 34-7 against Centennial as a battle of field position, which they lost, and not turning the ball over, which they did. Meanwhile, you take on this Lakeville South squad, and they pack some juice. I'm telling you, a rushing game, 283 a game, 29 TDs. But here's the key X factor: just one fumble all year.
Yeah, they are outstanding. They protect the ball once again. Lakeville South and Champlin Park coming up. They love to run the football. They've only completed 15 passes in 7 regular season games. Rebels Cougars coming up, and Joe had a chance to visit with Rebels head coach Nick Keenan before the game.
Hey, Joe Rulin along with head coach Nick Keenan for the Champlin Park Rebels. And coach, kind of an on and off here. Last week, a tough loss to Centennial. Even though you played well, the weather conditions and field position were tough.
Yeah, it was tough for us. We didn't handle the weather as well as they did, and we had pretty horrible field position. But, you know, at times, just like the whole year, we thought we played well, so we're going to try to put it all together.
Well, today you get the dubious honor of taking on the number 3 team in Class 6A, Lakeville South. You know what to expect from them. How do you prepare your team for that?
Yeah, they've been a perennial power since I actually started in 2018. We played them in the section final, and they outscored us that game. But, yeah, they've had a great offense. They have a great program, some good tradition, even going back to when Lakeville was just only one school. But they do a great job. They execute really well. They take care of the football.
Coach, how would you describe your team, this version 2023?
Well, inconsistent. You know, we beat Maple Grove earlier in the year, and then we had some tough losses. But like I said, we're just trying to put all 3 phases together, and we think we can be a pretty good team.
Coach, good luck tonight, and good luck as you load it up for postseason.
All right, thank you.
Be right there. Wait. Use the shovel and bucket of water, remember? Drown, stir, drown, feel. Then make sure it's cool.
Where'd you learn that?
SmokeyBear.com. Brushed up on some tips before we left. Don't want to start a wildfire, right?
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Welcome back. Rebels Stadium, Champlin Park, Lakeville South regular season finale. Steve and Joe today, and good to see some students got out of bed for the 1 o'clock start today on MEA Thursday. I'd still be sleeping, I think, so good for them to come out. Great day for football. Once again, weather really a non-factor today. It's cloudy, but the rain has moved through. We don't expect any more rain during the game, and of course the field in great shape.
Well, of course, trying to limit those turnovers, the weather a big factor. And so Champlin Park will welcome the rain-free, which they hope, game coming against the Cougars. And the Cougars have it geared up. They come off a 52-0 win over Eastview last week, a game in which they limited Eastview to just 26 yards rushing the ball. So they not only run the ball, but they have such a strong defense in that 3-4. And, of course, they come out to that Elk River-type offense as well in that power T.
So here comes Champlin Park. They're going to kick it off. They won the toss. They deferred, so they will kick. And here we go. Rebels in blue. Lakeville South in white. It's taken at the 10-yard line by the Cougars. And a good return underway already up the near sideline to the 40. Spinning out of bounds near the 45-yard line is Connor Cade. Their leading rusher, 78 carries, 701 yards, 12 touchdowns. So Cade brings it out to near midfield all the way to the 45.
Well, Cade has taken it to the house on a kickoff. In fact, he did that in the season opener against Wyzetta, 99 yards, and had a nice return there up to the 45.
So here comes Lakeville South. They'll pack it in. They run that T right behind the quarterback. Power formation, double tight ends, no wideouts. And they run it off the right side. And the ball carrier there was met almost immediately. Jonas Shine, 71 carries, 590 yards, 6 touchdowns for the junior. Short gain, second down.
Shine on the season, 6 touchdowns, and he has the lone fumble they've had on the offensive squad this year for the Cougars, which seems odd.
Yeah, it is amazing ball security. One big reason they are 6-1. Quarterback under center, and he will hand it off. They'll try left side. Not much doing. Good job by the Rebels. And the Rebels are going to force third down and long coming up out of the bottom of the pile. And the Rebels do a nice job swarming that. Michael Bruggers, who's been outstanding, comes out of the bottom of the pile. So good start for the Rebels defensively. 3rd down and 7 for the Cougars.
Hey, and you'll see Champlin Park on their defensive front switch between a 6-man front and a 5-man front. And, of course, Nick, the head coach here for the Rebels, is used to playing that defensive line as he did in college at Moorhead State. So he likes to really focus and make some shifts along that line.
Gavin Dean, the quarterback, is going to run the sweep right side. This is Cade trying to get to the outside. He's tripped up but will stumble forward for the first down at about the Rebel 44-yard line. So he did get to the edge and picks up good yardage to get that first down.
Well, you know, of course, the Cougars, they have thunder, they have lightning, they have a couple of versions of lightning, and that's one of them with the ball right now. Connor Cade, 12 touchdowns on the season, over 700 yards, averaging 9 a carry.
They go to the eye, slot back left, wide receiver to the right, and it is Cade, and he's stacked up, short gain. Good job by the Rebels to grab him right at the line of scrimmage. He'll stay on his feet, but forward progress start. It'll be 2nd down and long.
A key thing here for the Rebels is they can't afford to get off to a slow start. They need to go punch for punch with this physical Lakeville South squad.
And the Rebels do a nice job defensively up front. They do have the size to compete. Now the second man through is going to get it, and that is Shine. And Shine stacked up again, setting another 3rd down. So the Rebels do a really nice job on 1st down and 2nd down. Let's see what they do on 3rd down and long. It's going to be 3rd down and about 6.
Okay, on 3rd down conversions, this Cougar squad is used to converting those. In fact, they convert them at a 64% rate.
Here is the eye. This is Connor Cade, the deep man in the eye. He'll get the toss, try the left side. 40, 35, cuts it back, 30, and goes all the way down to the 27-yard line before he's driven out of bounds. And it looks like it was maybe Tyler Hansen knocking him out of bounds over there. But nevertheless, another big gain. So on 3rd and long, they pick it up.
Another critical 3rd down conversion. That's always kind of the X factor, what we'll see here today. And meanwhile, it's the Rebels getting caught inside in the melee, unable to contain.
Cade will try the right side toss, sweep, cut it back, has the 20, maybe the 19-yard line. So Cade, left or right, has been able to get to the edge. And now we have a flag come in late, and this could be on the Rebels and a personal foul. And that's never good when it comes in late like that, down at the 20-yard line.
Dead ball. Unsportsmanlike conduct. Number 40 on the defense. Half the distance to the goal. 1st down.
Heinen with the unsportsmanlike, and that'll take him all the way down to the 10-yard line, half the distance to the goal.
Well, Coach Keenan purposely set up there. As you look at their defensive set, and we'll get through the starting lineup shortly, there are no cornerbacks in this game today here at least right now for the Rebels defense. 2 safeties, 4 linebackers.
Full house backfield, and the quarterback's Gavin Dean. He's up under center, 3 behind him. First man through, right up the gut, on his feet, diving for the goal line. Did he get there? No. They'll say he's down at the 1, and that is Connor Cade again. Quick hitter right up the middle, and he stumbled. And knee down, ball down at the 1-yard line, 1st and goal from there. or it was a 1st and goal at the 10-yard line. Now a 2nd down.
Second and about a hiccup for this Cougars offense. Cade was looking for his 13th rushing TD on that last run. Let's see if they feed it back to him or
Championships 05, 06, 08, 10, 18, 19, 20, 21, and 22. They have been on a roll at Lakeville South.
That's called a tradition, isn't it? A culture.
Oh, yeah.
And meanwhile, last season they took a loss in the semifinals to Maple Grove, a team, by the way, that Champlin Park defeated earlier this year.
Rebels unranked. Maple Grove ranked number 6 at 5-2, the defending champs. Lakeville South now 4 in the latest rankings. It's Eden Prairie 1, Lakeville North 2, Minnetonka 3, then Lakeville South and Centennial. And of course, the Centennial Cougars beat Champlin Park a week ago, and now they tighten it up. They're at touchdown of the year. He just kind of stepped to his left and dove into the end zone. And Lakeville South has the early lead.
First possession of the game for the Cougars off the impressive kickoff return. And took it by Connor Cade to the 45, their own. They cap it on that 1-yard plunge for Dean.
Gavin Dean, the quarterback, takes it in. Extra point on the way, and it is good. 7
offense, and the Rebels have tried to go with a 5 or 6 front defensive line front. See if they modify that. Of course, no cornerback, since they're not going to kid with you. They're not throwing. They'll throw it maybe 4 or 5 times.
Yeah, they have 15 completions, as we mentioned, at the top all year. Just an extraordinary number in the year 2023, but they're comfortable running the ball, and they do it extremely well. As a matter of fact, Gavin Dean, 15 of 35, 2 Preston Tilkey.
Yeah, taking a look here, it's a power gun type of offense for this Rebel squad, and Thielke, comes in trying to field that zone 90 of 162, a little over 1,000 yards, throwing the ball with a 55% completion percentage, 8 touchdown passes.
And of course, Arthur Russell, the running back, he's going to
5 TDs does Arthur Russell, 560 yards rushing. That's 80 a game.
Jaden Bazemore way out to the left on the near side. Another receiver.
Getting a lot of recognition around the D1 world.
Big spot for the Rebels to pick up a 1st down here on their opening drive. 3rd down and 5 at their own 34-yard line. Tilkey rolls right, in trouble, scrambles forward. Lakeville South pounces on it as Tilkey ran it out to about the 38-yard line and then turned it over. And now here comes Lakeville South again. Quick hitter up the middle. And
ball over 80 times already this year.
Another one right up the middle, but the Rebels stack it up. Good job by that front. Nick Joseph, Eric Lee.
I like what that defensive line is, trying to do here for the Rebels. You can catch it, and we'll replay it out and throughout the game, but you see them shuffling. The defensive line, it'll be a hold if they want to take the face mask instead, as one of the offensive linemen trying to put a block on one of the edge players there for the Rebels.
10-yard penalty.
Away a flag, and now it takes it all the way back to the 43-yard line, and it's 3rd down and long, and let's see what they do. Here's the quarterback.
Coming into the game, 16 receptions, 166 yards, and 3 touchdowns. Make that 16 receptions now, and closer to almost 200 yards after that reception.
25.
He said, just like Coach Hamilton says in Elk River, no way. We give them the play, and they execute.
Power T. And it'll be Shine. And the extra point is good, and it's 14-0 Lakeville South. So they've had it twice, but on very short fields. They had it at the 45, their own 45-yard.
On a field goal attempt. Meanwhile, their game against Lakeville North, a team that's ranked higher than them, well, they did a walk-off field goal winner on that one by Jack Kimmel.
Seen enough.
They're going to have to call Tyler Hansen the school bus, because he had a bunch of guys on board, and they just weren't buckled in. Field position and then turnovers on top of it. But I know Coach Keenan had a chat with the head coach for Centennial, and he said that's the toughest for the Tommies a couple of weeks back.
Second down, 4 yards to go. Tilkey gives it to Russell, right side, has running room. First down, a little more as he gets
On this drive.
wide receivers left and right. Here's going to be Russell trying the left side, cuts it back. Good job. Inside the 30 to maybe the 29-yard line for the Rebels. They'll take that every time. Here's Russell in the backfield, decked. Well, he got met early on that play, and that was Joe Hager who came in the line. The run has a receiver at the 25-yard line, and that receiver goes all the way down to the 18-yard line. Nice connection. Cole Gerbseth, 6'3", 220-pound senior with the 25-yard line, and that's number 22 again. Great play, Joe Hager. Second tackle for a loss on this drive, and now it'll be second down and 15.
Not need to clean up as the penalties.
Encroachment, defense number 73. 5-yard penalty, remains third down.
They get the 5 back anyway.
They did, and that's the 33rd penalty of the season. They had
The snaps Hager's having for the Cougars.
that was close to a horse collar tackle. They brought down tough running back here for the Rebels, but you could just see he was kind of claiming for it as well. They will not call it, so they'll leave third and almost.
And Gerbseth is a big kid and a good target, 6'3", 220, and he hauled it in.
I tell you, Tilkey is spinning the ball, throwing it well here in the first quarter and on the run, very accurate.
Well ahead for quarter number 2. The Rebels have a decision to make as they trail Lakeville South 14-0 here on QCTV.
Promise of our Constitution and the hope that liberty and justice is for all people. For over 100 years, the ACLU has fought on behalf of millions of Americans, protecting our vote and our voice, freedom to love who we love, the right to choose, and much more.
Learn how ACLU's defending free speech and all our civil liberties at myaclu.org.
I had to leave my baby in the hospital NICU.
If we come together, we can help every mom and baby be healthy and strong.
Join March for Babies, a mother of a movement.
And we're back. Rebels Stadium, quarter number 2, Champlin Park, Lakeville South, regular season finale on this MEA.
The ball come loose, so turnover on downs. They get the goose egg on that first play of the second quarter.
So Lakeville South goes to work up 14-0 at their own 13-yard line. And they'll run to the outside, and that is Jonas Shine, and he's wrapped up and driven back. I don't know if he got the original line of scrimmage, but the Rebels were all over. And that is Connor Cade, deep man in the eye, gets to the 16-yard line and gets a few back.
But you just always see how poised the Cougars are in terms of third down, long yardage. Yeah, that's all right. We got it. We know how we want to execute. I'd keep an eye on number 28, Connor Cade, on this third down. He's either run for the third down on long, or he really corners. There's our safeties that they've been operating with defensively for the Rebels, and they take it to the house on that bomb. Wow.
84 yards. Dean to Winters, and he sprints away, and it's now 20-0. Lakeville South, 10:29 to go, quarter number 2. On to try the extra point, Jack Kimmel. So far is perfect. Snap, spot, kick, and that is right down the middle. He's got a good leg. He got hit after the kick. No flag, 21-0.
Well, hey, timely to give you this tidbit, right? The need to know by Joe here is Lakeville, a team that comes out with so much horsepower. Well, keep in mind, the second quarter has been their best quarter of the season, in which they've outscored their opponents 80 back on that bomb in the 84-yard connection. And again, Lakeville South appears just to get warmed up and going in that second quarter.
Second touchdown pass of the year for Dean. That one on the ground, taken at the 10-yard line. This is Russell ball, but they showed when they need to, they can throw the football a little bit as well.
Hey, that third down conversion I mentioned at 65% this season. Coming into this matchup here this afternoon, they had converted 34 of 52 third down conversions. Impressive. And that again, that 84-yard bomb was a third down conversion.
So the Rebels last time got it to a point where they moved it
on the near side. And fortunately, he threw that one over the top of both the receiver and the defender, or that would have been a pick six. Again, this is a team, Lakeville South, that already has 3 scoop and scores on the season defensively.
Tilke, 8 touchdowns
for a 9-yard pickup.
There is no doubt he will have an opportunity to play in college somewhere. Russell, a good back. Not a very big guy, but runs hard. Russell to the right of Tilke, and they may have drawn Lakeville. Yeah, it is a false start on the Rebels.
5-yard penalty from the previous 5. Remains third down.
Second penalty for the Rebels already here on this drive. This is
and that's a huge penalty from 3rd and 1 now to 3rd. He's just so dangerous on the edge. Talk about running downhill.
Last weekend, 52-0 over Eastview. He had picked up 15 rushes of 166 yards and 3 touchdowns.
Now the quarterback, Dean, hands off. Jacobson gets to the 30, stacked up and driven back by the Rebels defense. Good job over there getting to the football. Clock on the move, approaching 8 to go in quarter number 2.
Hey, Lakeville South started the season 5-0, including the big win over Lakeville North. Then they went on and took a hard loss to Rosemont, the last play of the game. Meanwhile, Rosemont in that game had only 11 rushes and 95 balls. He's getting it to the receivers in a spot that they're likely to pull it down and create some yards after catch. And he'll take this one, Bjorklund, down to about the 2.
Here's Egger toward the goal line, stacked up. I don't know if he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage. We'll see. He did get to the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and goal from the 2-yard line. Number 44, Hayden Egner, the ball carrier on that play. And now it's Cade in the middle. Let's see if he gets the call. The quarterback is Dean, and they're going to give it to Jacobson, and he'll plunge into Kimlin. It's now 28-0. Cougars leading the Rebel. and they're every bit as good as advertised. They dropped that game to the Rosemount Irish. A bit of a surprise, 22-21. Rosemount not having the best of years, but they were able to pick up the upset a couple of weeks ago. They roar back, blow out Eastview, and are rolling today here at Champlin Park.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, Rosemount is a very big team.
Was going to watch it sail into the end zone on the fly for a touchback. Kicking with the wind, we have a north breeze, and of course the field here at Rebel Stadium runs north-south. So that one with the breeze, and Champlin Park will start first and 10 at their own 20-yard line, and they need to get something going. They've been able to move the ball at times, Joe.
They have, and I like the way that Tilke is throwing the ball. He's hit some great passes, and
yard line, and there's a lot of white shirts around that. Mitch Ratliff was in there among others. That just kind of collapsed on him. They're going to give him progress at the 17. They're going to say the initial hit came 3 yards deep in the backfield, second down and 13.
Yeah, we got to just have a Hager camera right here on number 23, Joe Hager, and watch his involvement every play. He's getting geared up here again.
Hager on the near side. He's going to chase Tilke. Tilke's going to roll to the right, throw a dart, and is it caught? At the 33-yard line, they're going to say, yes, it was caught.
That's a spectacular.
Maybe the 34-yard line. We're going to call it 1 second down and 9. Good pursuit by that Lakeville South defensive front. They kind of stack things up in there.
And hey, you know what? Here's the play that I love to see them go to again, the Rebels, at some time, maybe later on this drive, is that screen pass. They are coached and they execute that screen pass extremely well. The last time they attempted it, unfortunately, Arthur Russell had dropped the pass as he was trying to look upfield.
Under 6 to go here in quarter number 2. Tilke on the keeper. Evades a tackle. Powers his way forward near a first down to the 43-yard line.
And it makes some additional bonus yardage.
So Tilke in the pistol runs to his left. 2 wide receivers to the near side or his left. Play action. Tilke steps to his right, put it on the ground, scoops it up at the 31, still able to get a throwaway, and it's caught and dropped at the 41-yard line. Oh, too bad. That would have been a spectacular play. Basemore couldn't haul that one in. It'll be second down. Boy, a big break for the Rebels on a couple of fronts.
Well,
wow.
If this was basketball, they would have said he dribbled it on a crossover dribble, picked it back up, and he threw a dime right to his receiver who couldn't hold on to it after making a spectacular catch. In a previous reception there, they could not hold on to this one, and we've got a flag.
Flag flies, and we'll find out. Comes from, and that is a huge penalty, and that'll take it all the way down to the 42-yard line of Lakeville South.
Goodness, so that's certainly helping the cause here for the Rebels.
No doubt.
They can shift the tables of momentum here by getting some points. Down 28-0 with just under 5 to play in the second.
It's going to be Russell on a delay at the 40. Bounces to the outside. 35, 30. Shoved out of bounds.
Out in the open field if they want to run that screen pass one more time.
Gain of 16. Tilke under heat. Throws it back. Caught by Gilk. And Gilk, it was almost a screen play.
Middle screen, it was.
Yeah, they released Joe Hager, and he was coming. And they found Gilk, who was in the slot left, who just kind of slid into the middle. And he gets a gain of about 5 on the play.
Hey,
maybe 4.
Got Gilk? Of course. Of course, his sister also just an outstanding volleyball player here.
6 foot, 222. Plays on the O-line and the D-line for the Cougars. And it's pretty incredible, you know, what Ben Burke has done as head coach at Lakeville South. Just such great football tradition overall in Lakeville, Lakeville North once upon a time, and the Lakeville schools, and Lakeville South certainly building a great tradition as well. Third down, play action. Tilke rolling to his left, has time, throws it over the intended receiver at the 10-yard line. There was a big collision down there. I think Gilk.
It was probably fortunate that time that Tilke threw over the top of that intended receiver because they were bracketing Gilk and zeroing in on that pass. So looking to maybe get a pick six or what have you. But nonetheless, Rebels still on the drive, 3:24 left, and let's get some points is what they have to think here on this drive. Any points, change that number, get off the goose. As well, yeah, but all here to see a good matinee game on this Thursday afternoon.
I kind of like these Thursday afternoon MEA weekend games.
It's got a feel of a Saturday afternoon.
Yeah. Bummer is I got to go back to work.
Tough to believe because he has excellent hands, came in with over 205 receiving yards, and now they continue the drive and the momentum. Here are the Rebels.
First and goal, 9-yard line, gain of 13 on that play. Tilkey, Russell to his right, slot back, Gilk. They're going to sling it out over the intended receiver. Too high for Borboom. And it'll be off right into the middle and nothing doing there. Terrific defense. Rateliff, Mitch Rateliff wearing number 83, I think grabbed him from behind and threw him back. And that's going to...
5-yard penalty, remains third down.
They jumped a little early.
I think the center forgot to snap the ball. Everyone on the front yard, and there you're going to look. What a great camera shot.
To go in the quarter.
Yeah, Dilkey had the receiver there just down the seam, but he threw it more to his back shoulder, and the interference will be called on the Cougars.
Yeah, so we're going to sort this out here late in quarter number.
Penalties here already here in the first half.
So here we go at the 8-yard line. Defense pursues over there. Kimmel flowed that way and knocked him out of bounds. And looks like the Rebels are going to go for it. Why not? They're going to spread it out.
From the previous spot, repeat fourth down.
They'll gear it up here.
Fourth penalty on this drive. They've gone both ways, and now it'll be fourth down.
34, 5-yard penalty, repeat fourth down.
And he's coming off the field. Hey, we got to clean that up on the nose tackle, Abby Devon.
Okay, well, seniors will be announced after the half comes to an end here at Champlin Park on this MEA Thursday afternoon. And then on to the playoffs. And, of course, playoff coverage already underway here on QCTV. It's going to be a great 5A football tournament. Maybe not as much depth as here in 6A, Joe. We talked about the rankings. Eden Prairie, Lakeville North, Minnetonka, Lakeville South, Centennial.
And he decided to make a crossover, which may have taken the momentum away from just surging straight ahead, and that was so close. Comes down, they say, at about the probably
170-yard line, gain of 6.
Yeah, and I don't think it's a safeguard play by the Cougars. That power running game from that power tee. There you saw Shine, who comes in averaging at 98 yards per game.
And a timeout, 1:30, no reason to leave.
In 2018, and Lakeville South took home a 43-34 win. And oh, by the way, these names may sound familiar. For the Rebels in that loss, Bennett Otto was 20 for 32 and 378 yards passing. And
I believe this is Cade trying the left side. May have enough for the first down.
That offensive line, it just kind of looks like you get caught up in some sort of activity. And it's just some
pistol formation. Handoff Jacobson right side. He's stacked up.
Take the timeout now.
43 to go, and counting in the half. So he maybe got a yard on that play.
Yes.
And they're just going to let it wind up. Teams stay at it. You brought up Elk River and what they've been able to do a lot over the years. Maybe you stop them once or twice, and then they go with 70.
They trust the process that's in place in the system. And
maybe the 28-yard line before he's wrapped up, and that'll move the sticks, and clock continues.
Light it up, and let's see if we can get a field goal or some additional points. Already up 28-0 with 10 seconds left here in the second quarter.
Second down, and they're just going to go into the prevent. They have
Did you know that QCTV has a YouTube channel? That's right, we're growing and we want you to grow with us. Hey, so please consider subscribing to QCTV on YouTube. Movie reviews, we got you covered. Video games. Keep up with QCTV's biggest shows, segments, and important news updates on QCTV.
It's the spookiest time of year. Anoka Halloween is back, and we're bringing you 3 spine-thrilling live events that you won't want to miss, right here on QCTV. On October 27th at 1:15 p.m., join us for the Big Parade of Little People. Watch as our local elementary and middle school. And then on the same day, on October 28th, from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m., head to Anoka High School for the Halloween Ambassador Coronation. And be there for the thrilling crowning of the 2024 Anoka Halloween Royal Ambassadors.
The 23rd. Wear costumes. Win prizes. Doors open at 5:30 p.m. and seats fill fast. Halloween buttons and mugs will also be available to buy. And food donations to ACBC Food Shelf are welcomed. You can.
Was playing on varsity, which is really good to get the youngins in there. What Courtney said as well, we lost a lot of seniors, but overall I think we're looking really good. We're having a good season so far, and we're hoping to continue that.
Playing singles and you're just depending on yourself out there. You get, teammates cheering you on, but it is mostly yourself out there. The other thing that's a little different about tennis is there's 7 matches going on at once, and I am coaching all 7 at the same time. So it can very easily be that I miss half an hour of a match because I'm focused on the other matches. So, they don't get that constant attention that they might in a different sport. A good chunk of their match and not have me see them play. The hardest part is if you can only coach on a changeover. So I can be watching and thinking, oh, these kids are getting ready to switch sides towards the top of the conference and kind of middle of the road to the upper half of the section. And, if we can squeak out some close victories, we'll try to get up as high as we can.
My name is Marsha Ford. I've been coaching in some forms since it's probably 30 years. I've been doing some kind of coaching. I've been with the Andover girls. This will be my 14th season. I knew I wanted to be a teacher, and when I started swimming, I knew I wanted to be a coach too. I wanted to be able to mesh both of them together.
Yeah, so we only lost one senior, which was pretty good. But we did lose a freshman, and she was one of our top swimmers, so that was kind of hard on the team. But a lot of the girls this year have stepped up, so we're back to where we were pretty much from last year. And it's looking pretty good. It's definitely unique in that aspect. I mean, it's a lot mentally, more challenging on yourself. So you know that it only counts on you for your events. And as a team, we do score points all together, but it's mostly just up to you and what you do in the pool at the time.
Well, you don't get to breathe that much in swimming. You stare at a black line or a blue line on the bottom of the pool, so you kind of have to make your own stuff up. But I think the big thing is the camaraderie that you build with your teammates. It doesn't matter if it's masters or club or beginning or high school, they become like a family, and I think that's a huge thing, especially since you're all kind of going through the same stuff. They just want to have fun. They want to perfect their skills. They want to get better times. And that's kind of the thing. We put the posters up by the entrance and they all come in and touch them as they go. Another one that they have is actually academic. They want to have a team grade point average of like 3.5 or higher. So they're really focusing on all of it.
Yeah, right now we're looking to get a full section team for when that comes. So we're looking to get 4 kids in each event. We're hoping to go to state for a relay or 2 or some individual events, but overall just do our best and improve throughout the year. I just want to have fun, stay positive for my senior year. It's good so far, so I'm excited.
Be right there. Wait. Use the shovel and bucket of water, remember? Drown, stir, drown, feel. Then make sure it's cool.
Where'd you learn that?
SmokeyBear.com. Brushed up on some tips before we left. Don't want to start a wildfire, right?
Only you can prevent wildfires.
As Americans, there's one thing we can all agree on: the promise of our Constitution and the hope that liberty and justice is for all people. For over 100 years, the ACLU has fought on behalf of millions of Americans, protecting our vote and our voice, freedom to love who we love, the right to choose, and much more.
Learn how ACLU's defending free speech and all our civil liberties at myaclu.org.
I had to leave my baby in the hospital NICU.
If we come together, we can help every mom and baby be healthy and strong.
Join March for Babies, a mother of a movement.
You're not gonna get it all right. Just make sure you nail the big stuff.
Mama!
Like making sure your kids are in the right seat for their age and size. Get it right at nhtsa.gov/the-right-seat. You're not gonna get it all right. Just make sure you nail the big stuff. Like making sure your kids are in the right seat for their age and size. Get it right at nhtsa.gov/the-right-seat.
Can I get the now bar, please?
$1.
Have a good one.
Got it.
Hey, what's going on?
Hey.
Let me get a now bar.
Sure. $1.
Appreciate you.
Got it.
If you're buzzed and doing this, to make yourself feel okay to drive,
ZWX.
you're not okay to drive.
YGKLVW. Regular you.
When you walk through a storm, hold your head up high, and don't be afraid of the dark. Walk hard, with hope in your heart, and you'll never walk alone.
I didn't ask to be thrown in the streets with nowhere to go, but I did ask for help, and Covenant House was there for me.
1 in 10 young adults will experience a form of homelessness this year. For these kids who didn't ask to be put in this unthinkable situation, Covenant House is there, providing hot meals, a safe place to sleep, medical care, and love.
They just really genuinely just wanted to help me succeed, and I'm succeeding.
To learn more, go to safeplacetosleep.org today.
Even though we didn't grow up together, he's my favorite brother.
Hey, sis.
I'm the baby of the family, and he's the gentle giant.
What you know about Port Georgia?
Man, please, that's a classic.
You know when they say people are a rare breed? Yeah, he's that.
I'm sorry, I'll be back in a few hours.
Don't worry, Shug. You know I'm for you.
I know.
Go get the football.
That was my favorite memory. He was always for ya. This is a true story of me, Bridget Floyd, and this guy, George Perry Floyd Jr., my big brother.
I did cheerleading through high school. I went to the Colts cheerleading and I loved it. I was about to go to work and my arm went numb on me. I knew I couldn't speak and I collapsed.
After 36 hours, Tessa's worried family and friends called police, who found her on the floor after suffering a stroke.
For 2 days, I was unconscious. I don't remember anything.
Thanks to the American Heart Association's support of life-saving research and medical breakthroughs, Tessa got her life back.
I don't have a limp anymore, and I am so encouraged because I can speak now.
To learn more about how the American Heart Association is saving lives, go to healthheart.org.
I'm Naheem Hines, professional football player and proud supporter of the Muscular Dystrophy Association. My mom was diagnosed with muscular dystrophy when I was 14, and I watched her struggle. But MDA helped her get the best treatments and care, and they also help kids like my buddy Ethan.
My name is Ethan, and I'm 12 years old. Thanks to the Muscular Dystrophy Association and people like you, I have more hope than ever before. From day one, they've treated me like family at my local care center. MDA is the only one that funds over 150 care centers across the U.S. to help provide state-of-the-art care for adults and kids like me.
For over 70 years, MDA has been transforming the lives of people living with muscular dystrophy, ALS, and other related neuromuscular diseases. They fund the research for breakthrough treatments, care, and cures. And MDA provides support to thousands of families like mine and Ethan's in communities like yours. Thanks to MDA, kids and adults can live life to its fullest. Join us and learn more at MDA.org today.
At the U.S. Center for Safe Sport, we see champions everywhere we look. In every sport, on every court, we're building a foundation to ensure all athletes are safe, supported, and strengthened. At the U.S. Center for Safe Sport, ending abuse is not just our job. It's our promise.
When a crisis hits, close to home and across the globe, nonprofits are on the front lines, ready to serve. Healing, nurturing, rescuing, protecting, inspiring. The work of philanthropic organizations has never been more important. And it's donors and volunteers like you who make all this possible. Thank you. the Nonprofit Alliance.
And welcome back, Rebel Stadium, and we're getting ready to start the third quarter. Champlin Park and number 4 Lakeville South Cougars lead at 28-0. Let's take a look at that first half. And that first touchdown run of the game is the quarterback, Gavin Dean, as he runs it into the end zone. And then Preston Tilkey put it on the ground, set up Lakeville South on a short field. And Shine runs it into the end zone there from 2 yards out. Point after good, 14-0. On to quarter number 2. How about this? Dean drops back, airs it out. 84-yard touchdown pass to Jay Winters, by far and away their longest pass play of the season. And then Dean again, another good throw over the middle, takes it right down to the goal line. And then that sets up a short touchdown run for Jacobson. A point after good on that one. 28-0 Lakeville South. Clicking on all cylinders, running and throwing today, Joe.
Well, when they can add that pass dimension, keep in mind that Dean coming into this game had thrown for only 251 yards and 1 touchdown. That's for the season. But today, here in the first half, he's thrown 4 for 5 for 135 yards and a touchdown. So off to a good, and you mix that match of that thunder and lightning running game that they have, and it's just untouchable.
Well, Joe, it's huge to put that on film come playoff time, to let your potential opponents in the sections or beyond that, the state tournament, who knows how far they'll go, that you do have the ability to throw the football, and it makes it easier to run.
And that was a dime he threw.
Yeah, no doubt.
Almost 45 yards in the air, almost right at the 50-yard line, catching the receiver Winters in stride to take it to the house. Thielke, meanwhile, not bad throwing the ball. I thought he looked halfway decent with some good spins, some good targets on the move. He had some receivers that dropped some passes on him as well. But on the first half, meanwhile, not bad at about 4 for 6 and an average right now, or a total of about 92 yards throwing the ball for Thielke. But, hey, coming up short was just a killer here before the end of that first half. Was he was stopped at about the 1 foot line trying to break that goose egg for the Rebels, and it remains a total 28-0 here at half. And I'll tell you, it's good. They're going to need to get possessions and move quickly with each possession here in the second half for the Rebels.
3-4 coming into the game. Lakeville South 6-1, and they are ranked. And here are those 6A rankings. Eden Prairie been number 1, and why not? They are the only unbeaten among the big schools, and they're getting all the first place votes. And it's Lakeville North, Minnetonka, Lakeville South, Centennial, Champlin Park, very familiar. Their signature win of the year, a win over number 6 Maple Grove. You've got the Stillwater Ponies, the Anoka Tornadoes having quite a year, and then Edina and Shakopee round out the top 10. But the sense going into the playoffs is you got the defending champ Crimson. The Cougars look good, playing a tough schedule here in the Northwest Suburban, but right now, Eden Prairie, the team to beat. The Eagles, once again, under Mike Grant, playing very well and have to be the favorite.
Well, and the type of style that they play here in that Power T is weatherproof as well. Keep in mind, we talk so much about the explosion with their offensive tackle, their offensive play. In fact, almost 300 yards a game. They're averaging 29 TDs coming into today in terms of rushing TDs. But to me, the X factor has always been one fumble. One fumble the whole season. And when you come time for playoffs, turnovers are the difference maker. And they're weathered, and of course, hey, they're used to winning in big times. 2 state championships over the last 3 years. They had a 23-game win streak in between those as well. They're built to win.
And here we go, the second half underway with the win. Lakeville South kicks it off. That's Kimmel and Russell from the 2. The 15, the 20, he's got room. 30, 35, 40, to the edge, 50, 40, on the sideline, cuts it back at the 30, still on his feet. 20, needs one block, and he will score a touchdown. Arthur Russell to open the half goes 98 yards.
Well, that I would say is scoring quickly here to start the second half. Some shimmy and some shake, and he takes it to the house. Goes the difference, does Arthur's. Wow, what a move. How dynamic to be able to make those quick cuts. And some excellent blocking downfield and no penalties. Arthur Russell goes the distance, and the Rebels break that goose egg.
How about that? A gorgeous run up the middle to the far sideline and then back to the near sideline into the end zone. Extra point try. And that left-footed boot is wide.
And the beautiful return. Look at he's able to find the gaps, get a burst. Now watch him stop. Little shimmy shake here and continues. Cuts back again near the sideline, but not out. Some good blocking you can see being executed down the field, and then he's escorted in to the end zone by his teammates. Wow. The bottom line, hey, missed the extra point, but that return kickoff can certainly bring some mojo here to the Rebels as we start the second half.
And we know why early in the game Jack Kimmel and Lakeville South were putting it on the ground. They didn't want to put it in the hands of Arthur Russell, and we know why now. He goes 98 on the kickoff return for the touchdown, 28-6, and now Champlin Park will kick it off to Lakeville South. And for Champlin Park defensively, Joe, just getting a stop.
Hey.
By the way, is this your pen?
Oh, it is. Thank you. That's
I almost
the third
stole
one you've
it,
taken
but
here tonight. But I was going to say
he caught me.
The onside kick in play here as well. You got to think they're looking at all avenues here, but it does. It changes the complexion right now of this game.
Terrific start to the Rebels. How about that 98-yard kickoff return? They'll put it on the ground. Scooped up on a hop at the 25-yard line. Shine. Big collision at the 36-yard line as he returns it. That was Jonas Shine. And now Lakeville South will get it 1st and 10 in their own territory, up 28-6.
Shine, anything he's involved with is big, as he's trying to tackle a bowling ball on that kickoff return. Shine at 5'9", about 180. So let's get it going here. First possession of the second half for the Cougars, and they are on their own 36-yard line.
Gavin Dean, a touchdown running and a touchdown throwing. He'll toss sweep. This is Connor Cade, left side. Good yardage over the 40 to maybe the 44-yard line, setting up second down and short.
Good start here on that first down. Again, as you can see, Connor Cade, just the key component here on this offense, along with all the other running backs. He's more the featured.
Clouds starting to break up a little bit. No threat of rain. It came earlier, and here's one right up the gut. And that is Cade again for first down yardage, just shy of midfield to the 49-yard line, gain of 5.
On that power T formation, you saw the fakes carried out and done there by Dean and Shine, and you could see the defenders kind of say, do we have them or not? But they got just enough that the Cougars for the first down right at the 50-yard line.
Power T, no wideouts. And the quarterback's going to keep it. Gavin Dean around the left side. Flags fly. Has a gain of 5, maybe 6 on the play. And this one's likely coming back where that flag came.
I thought maybe since it's been overcast most of the game, we first saw the sun, that penalty was going to be on the sunshine.
Replay first down.
Yeah, it's a hold. And they're going to mark it off from the line of scrimmage all the way back to the 39-yard line. So hold on Lakeville South, and now they're looking at first down and 20.
You're probably wondering at home, hey, Joe, you said Lakeville South had outscored their opponents 83-14 in that second quarter. Well, here in the third, they've been outscored by their opponents 28-27. This is the only quarter, so it could be moving time right now.
Dean swings it out, but tackled immediately is Connor Cade by Ashton Kapitsky. Good play there by Kapitsky and no gain on the play.
That penalty really puts them in a tough situation here, even though they're used to converting at 65% percentage on that third down conversion. This one is extremely long at 3rd and 20.
Connor Cade right in the middle, Shine to his left, and Jacobson to the right, and the quarterback's going to keep it. Here is Gavin Dean with room, 50, cutting it back, 45, got most of it back when he's run out of bounds at the Rebels' 43-yard line, so a big gainer there.
They may not have gotten that first down, but they've certainly put them in position to go for it here on 4th and short. A player down for Champlin Park on the far side there, number 15.
Yeah, Bagana went down hard in the Lakeville South bench area, and he's being tended to.
Take a look at some of the standings here as we get an update on this injury. You get a look at Metro North Centennial, Maple Grove, 6-1, 5-2. Anoka, an outstanding season at 5-2. St. Michael Albertville picks up a win at 4-3. Blaine, Champlin Park at 3-4. And so Coon Rapids at 2-5 and 0-7. The coaches meet and they'll seed tomorrow. But I would guess you probably see right now Champlin Park probably the number 5 in that section, so they'd match up against another 5 in another section for 6A. As I said, they meet tomorrow, but it'll be an interesting look and see how teams seed out here the remainder of the way.
No doubt, great tournament. Top 32 teams, or the biggest 32 teams in the state, play 6A, and they sort it out. And some years there's been 31 teams that have started, so a team would get a bye into the next round. And looks like by the end of next week, the weather is going to get chilly. And by the way, Nakabu Bagana is up and walking very slowly. And we'll take a look at that, but it looks like he's up and okay, and man, got the wind knocked out of him.
Yeah, you take that cleat and took it to the ab area there. It's taking a while to shake off, or sometimes it's in that oblique area.
By the way, it was a gain of 18, setting up 3rd down and 2 yards to go, so quite a run by Gavin Dean. And
my bad, I had thought that was 3rd down coming up to that possession. And I thought it made it a doable 4th and short, but I guess 3rd it is.
3rd and 2 to go, and they'll line up in that power T. No wideouts in this formation. Dean under center, and Champlin Park may have jumped offside right over the ball, and that'll give the Cougars a first down, and it does.
5-yard penalty results in a first down.
Yeah, that's too bad. Rebels had them at 2nd and 20. They give up 18, and then the 5-yard penalty. That is really tough to take, and now Lakeville South, 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line. And once again, the clouds continue to thin out. Before the end of this one, we might see bright sun, Joe. Hope you brought the sunscreen right up the middle. Short gain, that's Shine to the 35-yard line.
Well, just a perfect cue there, Steve. Shine on that ball carry right up the gap. Got enough to pick up, almost to pick up a 5, and you just see them pound and ground their way. And it's just that style here, and they're going to need a turnover, but you rarely find one coming from the Cougars.
Egner, the fullback, and they're going to give it to Cade. Cade, a few. It'll set up 3rd down and short. He goes right up the middle. Good job there by Bruggers as he stacked it up. He's coming out of the bottom of the pile, and Michael Bruggers has been in the middle of a lot of that all season long. Terrific player for the Champlin Park Rebels, and defensively, they get it done. Bruggers over at that right end spot. Another I formation, slot back right, and a receiver left, toss sweep. This is Cade, cuts it back, 25, staggers his way to the 15-yard line before he's finally tackled on the play by Kapitsky, and that was Connor Cade at his finest. Terrific run there.
Well, you could tell that he continued to fuel each step, each stride, and he was going to get some big numbers on this carry. The gap opened up, stuck that foot in the ground, and went north-south and picked up a healthy first down here for Lakeville South. You get a look at some of the fans in the stands here in Champlin Park.
Gain of 18 on the play. Make that 19. First down and 10. High snap brought down by Dean. He'll go to the end zone near side. Jump ball. Incomplete. Intended receiver down there, I believe, was Smith. And it was knocked away by Kapitsky. Good play.
That was an excellent defensive play. They caught him out in the flats, and the ball was thrown about as well as you could throw that. Disrupted, and a nice defensive play there for the Rebels.
They're really airing it out today. Once again, T behind him. This is Jacobson powering his way near the 10. He's actually going to be called down at about the 12-yard line. That's when his knee went down. He actually fell on the 10-yard line, but knee down at the 12. It'll set up third down and 5 yards to go right there.
Consistent for most of the game here is for the Cougars in their offensive formation and that power T.
Gavin Dean's going to keep it, call his own number, try to get to the edge. He's being pursued, has the first down, not much more, as he got run down near the 7-yard line. They're going to give him, it appears, the 6 where he went out of bounds. First and goal there.
Mentioned the Cougars coming in to this game with over 2,000 yards rushing the ball. The opponents had only gotten 654 yards rushing and 6 touchdowns. 93 yards a game is what the Cougars defense surrenders on the ground, but their offense near 300 a game and haven't missed a beat.
Dean under center, and did the Rebels jump? I think they did. Right side of that line for Champlin Park jumped off. That'll move it just a bit closer from the 6 down to the 3. It'll be a first and goal from there. And that's another big penalty. We had a huge offside that gave Lakeville South a first down on this drive. And now first and goal from the 1-yard line. Quarter started in a big way. Arthur Russell, 98-yard kickoff return for a touchdown. Dean under center. He's going to roll to his right, looking to throw. Has it, and it's caught, and falling down is Cade, and he's driven back. He threw it behind Cade.
Now they're discussing if it's a fumble. It looked like it wasn't really under control.
Yeah,
Still
like he bobbled
around.
it. That's what I thought. Rebels are arguing that maybe they picked up the turnover. We'll see how it plays out.
And when he finally made contact with the turf, that's when it popped loose, but he had just established possession for maybe a hiccup at that point.
Muhammad Jallo had it for Champlin Park, and he didn't win the argument. Now we'll go right back at it, and Lakeville South will have it second and goal from the 3-yard line. They're throwing it all over the place.
I'm telling you, it's an aerial attack.
Yeah, it's like the run and shoot.
If not by ground and in the air.
For the old timers, Air Coryell here today for Lakeville South. And Dean under center, T behind him. Jacobson stacked up, bounces outside, tripped up anyway. Good play over there. Brady Schornstein stuck with it and made the play.
He did.
Third and goal.
Hey, good job by Schornstein to wrap up an ankle tackle. That's about the only place you can get the big fella down here for the Cougars, as Jacobson lumbered his way, tried to go inside and kick it back outside.
Cade in the middle. He's going to get the toss sweep, trying to get to the edge, cuts back into the end zone, touchdown. His first of the game, and they extend their lead to 34-6.
13th of the season for Connor Cade, and then surges across on a burst move just off the tackle, and that puts the Cougars back up here by 28. A chance for this extra point to make it 29.
Snap, spot, kick, and it is right down the middle with the wind, and it is now 35-6. Cougars with 6:19 to go in the third quarter, so that drive goes 64 yards, and took just shy of 5 minutes, Joe.
Yep, and you watch Connor Cade and his technique as the Rebels try to wrap him up on that edge, but just by the way he leans in, it's just tough to put your arms around, and a good hard cut at the point of contact as well. He's into the end zone. You're right. It's the Rebels. I don't want to say they haven't touched the ball here in the second half, because they did momentarily, and they did go long enough with Arthur Russell going 99 yards on the kickoff return to start the second half. Hence the reason the Rebels have their 6 points, but now their offense will get a chance with their first actual possession. 6:19 to play here, as you mentioned, Steve, in this third.
And we'll kick it off. They got a good kicking game. Jack Kimmel on the extra points. The snap, the spot, the kick, pure. 5 times already in the game today, and they've looked good. And Kimmel will put it on the ground, and this hopper will be bobbled at the 24-yard line, picked up by Schornstein, and he'll get it to maybe the 26, where the Rebels will start 1st and 10. They were not going to kick it back to Arthur Russell this time, and now the Rebels will get the ball back, and let's see if the offense can put some points on the board.
Yeah, of course, we're not going to do a feature on squib kicks, but that one had an interesting flutter to it from Kimmel, and just that the helicopter flutter, and then finally the spin it took, really would be tough to possess, and that's why the Rebels had to go through their hands and deep here now at the 25.
Here's Tilke, takes the snap. Russell's going to try the right side, cut it back into the middle, has a little running room, breaks another tackle at the 40, spins to the 45-yard line. Terrific run by Arthur Russell. Wow.
Wow, almost about a pickup of 18 on that play. The start and stop, I just shredded my ACL just watching him. Holy cow. The cutback, the start, the stops. Excellent moves. And a big first down here for the Rebels. They have got to get points again on this possession.
19 for Russell. He'll get it again left side, get to the edge, get a couple before he's tripped up. And on that edge was Joe Hager that kind of slowed him down and then allowed help to come over. His 2nd down and 8.
There you get a look at Cameron, the defensive squad, trying to figure out a way to stop this push by the Cougars. Many teams have not been able to stop it this whole season.
Rebels 3 and 4 coming in. Lakeville South, once again 6 and 1, ranked number 4. 2nd down, 8 yards to go. Tilke's going to give it to Russell. Quick hitter up the middle, over midfield down to the 47-yard line. Tackled from behind, falling forward with him was Carter Mayer. And it'll set up 3rd down and short for the Rebels at that 47-yard line.
Rebels came in averaging 154 yards per game in the air with 8 touchdowns, and meanwhile on the ground, 168 and 16 touchdowns scored on that running game for the Rebels.
Yeah, no doubt they've had very good balance this year, and as Nick Keenan said before the game in his interview with Joe, just trying to put it all together. There's Russell again, trying to get to the outside, and is not going to get to the outside. He was wrestled down at the shoulders by Isaac Sin. Good play by Sin. That'll set up 4th down. I would assume 4-down territory for the Rebels.
Yeah, the big fella held his ground that time, did Sin. That's 6'2", 200, and tossed him down. And it'll be a 4th and about 4 here for the Rebels, and getting their instructions from the sideline here. I still have yet to see them. I'd love to see a screen to Russell.
Sturdivant split way out to the right. Russell, the lone running back, slot back near his side is Gilk. Russell's going to go and join him outside of Gilk. Big rush comes. Tilke trying to run. He's stacked up at midfield and driven back. He'll lose a couple, and the Cougars are going to get it on downs right at midfield.
Quarterback draw on that call, and boy, he didn't get back to the line of scrimmage.
No, he dropped 2 on that play, and a turnover on downs. And so once again, Champlin Park picks up a 1st down, moved it to midfield, but couldn't put points on the board against this Cougar defense, and now they're right back at it. And Gavin Dean, who has one rushing and one throwing in the game. Shine Jacobson and now Cade have touchdown runs. And this is up the gut. This is Hayden Egner. And Egner over the 50 down to about the 45-yard line.
You're going to look here. Again, it hasn't been the Cougars outscoring teams in that third quarter here in the third quarter by like they have in the other quarters, but they start to set that tempo and it starts to wear on you here in the third quarter, and then they just command that running game in that fourth.
Dean rolling out, being chased, scrambles, 45, 40, still on his feet. First down to the 36-yard line, and they're going to move the chains again as we approach 3 minutes to go in quarter number 3.
Dean having probably one of his most productive games of the year. Doc coming in, he had attempted 33 runs and just 118 yards. That's on the ground, but passing the ball, 15 for 35 on the season for 251 yards. At half today, he had 130 yards and a touchdown passing the ball.
T behind him, no wideouts. And they're going to go right up the middle, trying to bounce to the outside is Connor Cade, but he was tripped up. Absolutely nothing doing there. And Matthew Heinen in on the tackle. As a matter of fact, he's going to lose a yard back to the 47-yard line.
Okay, I like,
or 37-yard line.
Yeah, I like the front. They continue to switch up a 5- and 6-man front. The Rebels on the season, 53 tackles for losses coming into this game and 14 sacks.
And pack it in tight, 2-11. And this is going to be the quarterback, Dean. Dean not much doing. He's going to maybe get the line of scrimmage or a yard plus, but that's absolutely it. Michael Bruggers was there. And on any given play, you figure Bruggers and Heinen are going to be around the football.
Absolutely. They do take out right at 280 pounds as well, just over the tackle. Maybe try to go with the 4-man front here on 3rd and long for the Cougars. It is a 4-man front.
They're down 10 yards to go. Cade, the deep back in the eye, play action. Big trouble. Bruggers is in there, and it's going to bring him down. A sack. A sack for a loss. Nice play, and that's going to be back to the 41-yard line.
Well, we mentioned they had a series of sacks, and then they missed it up there on their formations in the front. Go with that 4-man front. They get the corners and the edge getting at it. And with 14 sacks coming in, they've had a couple more today. And maybe they found a good defensive formula in that mix up front.
Nick Randall to punt. That's blocked. That's blocked by Champlin Park. And that may have been Kapitsky in there to get the block. And the Rebels are going to get the ball back in very good field position at their own 45-yard line with just under a minute to go in quarter number 1. So some positivity for that Rebels D as they make a play, and then special teams makes a play.
Bruggers again gets through, 27 as you mentioned on that play. Kapitsky, wow, nice play, good extension. I mean, good technique to block. Sometimes you go over the top, but he extended perfectly, got a paw on that thing. And let's see if this can swing a flow of the game here for the Rebels as they run back out here with 53 seconds left here in this third.
Sturdivant split out to the near side, 2 to the right. Quarterback, Tilke, straight back. He's going to air it out, trying to get Sturdivant, jump ball, and it's picked off at the 24-yard line by Jack Kimmel. Kimmel with the interception down at the 25-yard line officially.
Well, Sturdivant had the defender beat by a couple of yards, and the ball was underthrown. And the benefit of that was Kimmel. He was trailing on the play, and as you mentioned, Sturdivant had at least a couple of yards on him. Look at that lead. He just needed to get it out in front. Immensely underthrown on that pass by Tilke, and another turnover. And just like that, that ball is in the Cougars' hands.
It was into the breeze. Here's toss sweep. This is Connor Cade trying to get to the edge. Nothing doing. He's going to lose yards as he was driven out of bounds. Tyler Hansen was over there, among others, for the Rebels. And good defense as they string it out and push Connor Cade out of bounds. And he is a real deal running back. Good play. Ball back to the 24-yard line.
Rebels go back to their tent. Shot down there by Dan. He tries to catch it in the moment to see what they can do to create their own turnovers.
And they're going to give it right up the middle, and look out. Here's Cade. He's going to go all the way. 30, 20, 10, touchdown. His second of the game, and just like that, he buzzed through and goes 76 yards for the score.
No doubt found a gap. One quick cut and to the house. Wow. Again, the kid just always gets positive yardage. Positive yardage every time he touches the ball. 14 touchdowns now on the year for Cade, coming in with over 700 yards rushing the ball, averaging 9 a carry. He'll do nothing but add to that portfolio.
So Cade, his second touchdown of the quarter. Snap spot and the kick, that is blocked. That is blocked. So Kimmel had one blocked. But nevertheless, Lakeville South extends their lead to 41-6.
And you can see they keep with that fake. After the handoff, Dean continues the fake towards Shine. And you can see the secondary defenders who are back there as a safety have to honor that, but that gave Cade enough room to dart past the defensive line and just beyond the linebackers, and then the space on that fake created. The safeties weren't in position to tackle him and prevent that long run. So it's setting up here for this 41-6 kickoff return for the Rebels. I don't think they'll probably give Russell a chance on this return as they squib kick the last one. Watch this squib kick again if it's the same thing.
Here's Kimmel to the ball, and he'll line drive it into the turf.
Yep.
And the Rebels hand it off, and Schornstein powers his way over the 35 to the 37-yard line before Brady Schornstein is driven back. He is a force running the ball out there, and the Rebels will have pretty good field position as they get it back here with just 22 remaining in quarter number 3.
Boy, and they go back there to the defensive tent. Think, boy, what can we do? Well, a lot of teams have had the outcomes of what the Rebels are having here this afternoon in Champlin Park and not able to stop that running game.
So here's Tilkey again, 1st and 10, ball spotted at the 38-yard line. Tilkey straight back, near side. It is caught and scrambling out of bounds immediately is Berge. Matthew Berge with the 4-yard gain.
And Tilkey's had some good passes, rolling out, hitting them between the numbers. Good location. He's had some teammates drop a couple of passes. It was just that last one long when he had the receiver. You mentioned it, Steve. He had to kind of throw into the teeth of the wind.
Tilkey's going to tuck it under his arm, run near his side, take a big hit at the 45-yard line. He was belted there by Jack Kimmel, and it'll set up 3rd down and 3 yards to go.
Set up here, and that will take us to the half at the end of the 3rd quarter.
We have played 3 final regular season game on this MEA Thursday. It was 1 o'clock start. We go to the 4th. Lakeville South leading Champlin Park 41-6 here on QCTV.
You're not going to get it all right. Just make sure you nail the big stuff.
Mama!
Like making sure your kids are in the right seat for their age and size. Get it right at nhtsa.gov/the-right-seat. You're not going to get it all right. Just make sure you nail the big stuff, like making sure your kids are in the right seat for their age and size. Get it right at nhtsa.gov/the-right seat.
Fourth quarter underway on 3rd down and 3. Arthur Russell right up the middle, no gain. That'll set up 4th down and 3 for Champlin Park as the sun has come out. We had rain earlier in the day, a cloudy start to this game, a breeze out of the north, but now the sun's starting to break through, and Champlin Park trying to pick up a 4th down. 4th down and 3 from their own 45-yard line. And we got a new quarterback, almost picked off. Almost picked off. That was Gavin Stahl. And Lakeville South's going to take over on down. Stahl tried to throw it over the middle, almost picked off. And now they'll get another short field. At the 45-yard line, just underway. And we got a new quarterback, ball on the ground. It's picked up. It's picked up. I think this is Bruggers. And Bruggers will go all the way into the end zone for a touchdown. It was put on the ground by Owen Grabo. And a fumble return for a touchdown makes it 41-12. How about that turn of events? Owen Grabo came in. Quarterback dropped it in the backfield, and 55 was there and takes it into the end zone, and the Rebels are going to set up and go for 2. Gavin Stahl's the quarterback. Stahl takes the snap, throws toward the end zone, almost picked off by Winters. 41-12 our score, 10:36 to go, 4th quarter. So the Rebels have a defensive score, and they have that kickoff return by Arthur Russell. So that is their points on the board. Now the offense would like to get some on the board before the end of the game. 10:36 to go. Lakeville South leading at 41-12, well on their way to going to 7-1 on the year and getting ready for the playoffs to start a week from Friday. Big school playoffs, of course, 5A through 9-man getting started with games on Tuesday, and then playoffs would continue. A lot of teams, a lot of the top seeds would get byes and play their first games a week from Saturday.
Well, hey, and keep in mind, Connor Cade, as we mentioned, he was one to keep an eye on. And that charcuterie, shall we say, of that running back selection for the Cougars. Just a regular selection. Cade comes in with, well, now 168 yards after 3 quarters. And that offensive ground game here for the Cougars at 280 yards on the ground. So we're just underway here in this 4th.
Rebels try and kick it, kind of a pooch kick, and it ends up squirting out of bounds over on the far sideline, and this will give Lakeville South outstanding field position.
Free kick out of bounds, Champlin Park. Lakeville South has elected to take the ball at the 35-yard line. 1st and 10.
So Evan Martin tried to kind of pop one into the middle ahead of the return man and behind that front line, and it ended up going out of bounds, and now Lakeville South will get it 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Because that's what they have as a charcuterie. What a selection.
I don't even
of
know
running
what
backs.
that is.
A charcuterie with
No,
a cheese tray
not
and a selection of cheese, meats.
You mean snacks?
Oh, yeah, I guess Minnesota term snacks.
Yeah. Handoff right side. Backup running back in there over the 40 to maybe the 42-yard line.
It could be a buffet, but a charcuterie has a little sophistication to it. Perfectly cut, sliced, awesome.
Yeah,
I can recommend a couple places.
Why don't they call them smorgasbords anymore? that goes back ways. You don't see that term used much anymore. By the way, the run out to the 43-yard line. That is a gain of 8. Second down and 2 for the Cougars with a big lead. 41-12. 10 minutes to go in the game.
Is it refreshing to see the sun?
Graybo with the run, and he is jacked.
Nice defensive play by the Rebels.
Owen Graybo, backup quarterback wearing number 13, put it on the ground, turned into a touchdown. Last time he smothered there, and it'll set up 3rd down and 3 from the 42.
Well, rotating it in and out here with 9.5 to play in this 4th. The Rebels look to see if they can get another turnover.
Grabo tosses it out. It is caught. That may be Connor Cade wearing number 28 catching that toss sweep. No, it can't be. Might be Nick Swanson wearing 29. It is Swanson. Nick Swanson, number 29, sophomore running back, 5'8", 165. And he has it to 4th and 1 now at the 44-yard line. It looks like they're going to go for it.
Yep, I think they'll probably want to make sure they keep their key players off the field here to risk any injuries. I mean, 163 yards already for Connor Cade.
Yeah, and he's on the sideline for sure. 2 touchdowns coming in that decisive 3rd quarter. Touchdown run for Shine, touchdown run for Dean, the quarterback. He has a touchdown pass in the game to Winters, and now we have a timeout. Lakeville South, as they're going to get together and talk about this 4th and 1. And the question is, are they indeed going to go, or are they trying to draw the Rebels offside? And it looks like the weather is going to take a turn. Pretty pleasant day for football today, but we have heard and the way we keep an eye on the weather in these parts, that it could get a little chilly with potentially highs in the 30s the end of next week for the start of the playoffs.
Ouch. Yep. And hey, we got to get
I'm
a
not
call
ready.
Out. Hey, we got to get a call out to Andover boys and girls soccer teams as they made it to the state tournament. Impressive 1-0 win for the girls at Centennial. Centennial, very strong girls team, but Huskies go to Centennial, win that 1-0, and meanwhile, the boys come up with a win as they hosted Centennial as well.
They will indeed punt it away. And this is a short kick that takes a Rebels hop and will be down at the 35-yard line. So Champlin Park will get it back here with 8:25 to go in the football game, down 41-12.
Well, let's see what they want to do here for the Rebels as they have got to go no huddle. I think they probably want to get some energy going and get a flow as they start in that postseason play. As I mentioned, the coaches will get together tomorrow to meet and finalize those seeds.
Rebels trot onto the field, and quarterbacking the team now is Gavin Stahl, 6'2", 220-pound junior. Stahl takes the snap, looks right. That one's tipped at the line of scrimmage and falls incomplete. And I think getting his hands on it was Joe Hager, who's had a monster day for this Cougar defense. He has been great.
He had some monster mitts at that knockdown as quarterback kind of telegraphed the direction of that ball. We saw some of the guys out from the truck with QCTV here spinning the ball pregame and halftime, and they throw a pretty good ball. We might be able to see if we can get a matchup with one of the other local cable access stations, NMTV perhaps.
Trips to the right, throw over the middle, caught. Beautiful catch out at the 46-yard line. Going up in traffic was Sturdivant and made the catch. That was outstanding as he went up high and hauled it in a first down for Champlin Park with 8:08 and counting to go in the game.
Yeah, of course, we got Stash here on the squad. Tony Antonucci, he's a member of the Eden Prairie high school football team that won 2 state tourneys.
Quick pitch and catch down to the 48-yard line. Grab made by Bazemore.
He was an offensive lineman, I believe, so we could use that strength up front and our competition with the other stations.
Joe Rulin master the crackback block.
Kind of like Hook McCracken?
Yeah, go low. Go low, Joe. Second down, 5 yards to go. Straight back. Lobbing it up. Good throw. Bazemore too far. Lobbed it out there near sideline, near the 21-yard line, and Stahl's toss just a little too far downwind. It carried a bit more than he thought. 7:23 to go. It'll be 3rd down and 5 for the Rebels. Right idea.
It was, and tried to stretch that passing game. Let's take a look here and see what kind of a gun, what kind of a spin we can get from this quarterback here for the Rebels in 17 Stahl.
Stahl waiting for the snap. We got movement. Running back to his left, Austin Tucker.
5-yard penalty.
Hey, I still think one of the best plays of the game that we caught on video. And I feel so bad for the center, but when Jeremy Finlayson didn't snap the ball and everyone else on the team moved, it just had a flashback with that illegal procedure there by the Rebels. You could tell everyone took it and those moments happened. But I had that flashback, Steve. Back to you in the studio.
3rd down and 10. And the quarterback Stahl takes a snap, throws it over the middle, tipped in the air, incomplete. Trying to hit Borboom over the middle. And now it'll be 4th down for the Rebels. Once again, clouds continue to thin out. North breeze.
You got it. Look here, defense gets set telegraphs and almost able to take that one for a pick. The attempt there just off the mark through the hands by number 37 in Hayes.
Stahl waits for the snap. Another false start for Austin Tucker. Not on the same page on the snap count.
Well, they were getting the running start like they used to get in the Arena Football League, but that one they're going to.
I think they can do that in the CFL as well.
You're right, they can. Yeah, absolutely right. Getting things set here. 3 to the left and a single receiver to the right.
4th down and long. Stahl over the middle. Lobs one out there. A little too far for the intended receiver. Grissy.
Yeah, he tried to move it. Receiver was looking over the inside right shoulder, and that ball floated from the right side over to the left side and then still beyond him by a few yards as well. So back on offense will go the Cougars. By the way, I had said the number 3 ranked team in Class 6A. That was in the Joe Pro Network rankings. And not the Star Tribune, or the ones we have here, but they have them number 4.
We have got trips behind the quarterback. Grabo hands it off. Good power running all the way down to the 30-yard line. That's a terrific run there by Mo Sino-Walker. Sino-Walker, terrific run. They're going to say knee down at the 31-yard line, but enough for a Cougar first down. They lead it 41-12, under 7 to go in the game.
Another first down. They came into this game with 91 first downs compared to 55 for the opponent.
Sino-Walker again off the right side to the 25 before he's stacked up. And a good surge. And, you know, they really caught me by surprise, and I think maybe the Rebels, because we all looked at the numbers and said they don't throw the ball hardly at all. And they had some big plays throwing the football today, Joe.
Yeah, Yeah, they were par for the course, shall we say, for their standard when it came to running the ball, which they continue to do here. They were averaging 283 per game running the ball. They had 279 at the end of the third quarter.
Yeah, averaging just over 36 or 35 yards a game. They go right up the middle, enough for a first down as they get it near the 20-yard line, maybe slightly beyond, and a first down. First and 10 from the 19-yard line as Lakeville South putting the finishing touches on this win here at Champlin Park. Quite a haul from Lakeville South up here to Champlin Park. And here's Sino Walker, breaks to the outside. 5 toward the pylon, driven out of bounds just short of the goal line, but a good cutback and run. And finally brought down over there by Kapitsky. Was in on that tackle. And it'll set up a first and goal. They're going to say he stepped out at the 2. But a first and goal for the Cougars. Morelli, the running back, in the middle, and they hand it off. Sino Walker, did he get to the goal line? I don't think he did. They're going to say he did go anywhere. And it's going to be a second and goal from the 2-yard line. Clock continues to move, 4:40 to go in the game. They scored 41 in the opener against Wayzata, 52 against Eastview. Highest scoring games for the Cougars. Little collision in the backfield. Grabo into the end zone. Pretty good fake inside as they bump into each other, and then he breaks to the outside. And once again, Owen Grabo, the quarterback, into the end zone. And it is now 47-12 Cougars.
Just continuing to add to the running game. Again, they had 137 yards passing. Well, they still do here with just 4 and change remaining in the fourth quarter. This is a team that has been averaging just 36 yards passing per game.
That extra point is good and knocked through. They had 1 block today, otherwise perfect on the extra point. Jack Kimmel again, and it is now 48-12.
See a little collision on the fake exchange, but that allows the blockers to pull and get out in front and create enough space so Grable can walk in for another Cougars touchdown.
And Grabo, backup quarterback, put one on the ground, but then recovered and gets a touchdown there and gets his name on the box score. And now the Rebels get ready to return one.
Well, again, postseason begins quickly in Minnesota as they finish this MEA break, get everything tabulated. As it stands, at least for the Andover Huskies. They will begin in semifinal play. It'll be a week from Saturday, is my understanding, and they would take on the winner right now, it sounds like, of Cambridge and St. Francis.
And that one will be in Andover. I would assume a matinee next Saturday would be safe to assume. And we'll find out quickly. Anoka's going to get a home game for sure. I would assume Champlin Park at 3 and 5 is going to be likely on the road next Friday. There's a ground ball picked up by the Rebels at the 30-yard line and attempting a return.
A chance here as...
Well, there's a door right there. But
so we have change here as now the Rebels. I don't mind looking at the good throwing motion here with their backup quarterback with the Rebels, and Gavin Stahl throws a good ball. But each quarterback has a different cadence, different sound, and sometimes As you've seen, they've had a couple of offside or illegal procedures.
And they're going to hand it off, and there's a good run for Champlin Park back. Victor Gabuva. Gabuva lost to Shu, but a good solid run and a first down out to the 48-yard line. So Victor Gabuva, 5'6" senior, 130-pounder, gets a carry and gets a first down. Stall play action, rolls to his left, throws it a little low. If it was caught, no gain. Doesn't matter really either way. It is apparently caught. Clock continues to move.
Yep, quarterback there just didn't quite get a chance to square up on that throw. He'll get back out there again, but just enough for a completion.
Second down, 10 yards to go for the Rebels. And they're going to hand it off. And running the football here for Champlin Park, Tucker. Tucker's going to go all the way. First offensive touchdown of the day. Tucker goes 52.
The junior running back cut back and found a seam. Wow. And explodes his way to the end zone. And that, as you mentioned, Steve, correct, the first offensive touchdown by the Rebels.
And he had a couple of false starts, so a little redemption there for Tucker, and he's got to feel good about that. It is 48-18, 2:12 to go in the game, and the Rebels are going to set up for the extra point.
Well, it's kind of turned into a charcuterie of points scored now here in this fourth quarter.
You keep using that word that I'm not vaguely familiar with.
I'll send one to your house this weekend.
I'd like to know what kind of parties you go to, Joe.
So I will send one to your house here this weekend.
Extra point is good, 48-19. 2:12 to go in the football game. And we can't forget about another team in our area, a team that gets a lot of coverage, Champlin Park Volleyball. Champlin Park Volleyball team, certainly top-notch.
Absolutely, absolutely. And you can't forget about the parade. The Anoka Halloween Parade coming up on the 28th.
Now, are you involved in the proceedings? Are you part of that, or do they bring in local celebrities for that?
Well, I will throw out the first pitch, which is in an alley someplace away from the parade.
It
then
is a
usually
great
security
parade.
Tackles me to the ground, and that's the football background coming into play. Tim Anderson and I will also have a chance to MC that parade.
Yeah, it's great stuff. Great tradition, the Halloween capital of the world. Coverage of that. Then, of course, once again, to be announced, more section coverage here on QCTV. A big thanks to Ryan Mush leading our technical team here today and all season long. And the Rebels are going to kick it off. 48-19. They've had a touchdown on offense, special teams, and a defensive touchdown. That one's fumbled and pounced on. Alex Morelli bobbled that one, and then I'm going to just fall on it here at the 22-yard line, and that's where the Cougars will start one more time and try and close this one out.
A little too late for some of that point production, but hey, it's got to feel good when you're coming off the bench and getting that long run for number 35 for Champlin. Wow, excuse me, number 34, Austin Tucker, the junior, 190, 6 foot, just to kind of stretch those legs a bit. And any piece of positivity as you start heading to postseason, because, Steve, you know anything can happen come postseason. Fumbles, injuries, weather changes.
There's one on the ground, and Grabo falls on it at the 19-yard line or so, and the clock will continue to move. 2 minutes and counting to go in the game. Once again, Lakeville South led a 28 rip at the half, and then that kickoff return by Arthur Russell got the Rebels on the board. And you pointed out the number of fumbles that that fumble that the Burgers picked up and returned to the end zone, just at that time, just the second fumble of the year for Lakeville South. They've had great ball security. Here's one right up the middle near a first down out at the 30-yard line. It'll set up third down and short.
Yeah, I mean, you look at the amount of handoffs and exchanges, close to probably 250 snaps to 300, and you have just one fumble coming into the last game of the year. That's certainly, accents exactly the reason why they have those success. One of those X factors that they've been able to take advantage of and optimize kind of throughout the seasons as well. Again, last year the season ended for the Cougars in a loss in the semifinals of the state tournament at U.S. Bank to Maple Grove.
Grabo gets under center, third down. Handoff. And that is Sino Walker, Mo Sino Walker for a first down, and that will do it. They won't have to snap it again. That'll be the ball game. They put it down, wind the clock, and that is it. And Lakeville South may come up to the line of scrimmage and run one more anyway, but they certainly do not need to. Yeah, they can just step back from the line of scrimmage. Game over.
Lakeville ends their season 7-1, meanwhile 3-5 for the Rebels. And let the games begin now as we go to postseason.
And that is it. Regular season finale in the books. Number 4, Lakeville South comes to Champlin Park for a big 48-19 victory. A big thanks to our QCTV crew, led by Ryan Mush. Big thanks to the folks here at Champlin Park for their friendly hospitality as always. For Joe Rulin, I am Steve Thompson. Once again, the final score, Lakeville South 48, Champlin Park 19. Have a great day. What?
Do you want?
No, go ahead, Joe.